Well, good evening, everybody. Man, Roy here again. Sorry I haven't done a video in a while. It's been really hectic couple of months. Um, been going through some personal issues that, well, let's say have just kept me down. But feeling a lot better now, and getting ready to do some new projects coming soon. But today I thought I'd talk about one of my recent finds. I went down to the local thrift store the other day. Didn't have too much. They haven't been getting much in at all. They had a few old TVs, and they also had this Xbox system, which I'll show you guys in another video. So I went down to another thrift store that's maybe about 20 minutes from my house, and boy did they have a lot of stuff in. A company was relocating, and they decided to donate all of their old stereo equipment, and this is what I picked up. Let's see, the first one here is a Sony receiver. It is model STR 471. I did some research on this. To the best of my knowledge, this is a 80 watt per channel surround sound receiver. Put out by Sony in 1993. Now, granted, it's not the highest end, but for somebody who's looking just to do maybe a 2 or 4 speaker setup, it's definitely more than sufficient. Second thing I got here is a Pioneer dual cassette deck model CT W600R. This is actually not the first one of these that I've had. I had one maybe about 6 months ago, and I actually sold it. A few reasons I like this tape deck. The first off, they are extremely well built. Most modern tape decks these days, everything is this cheap plastic that just falls apart. These old cassette decks used sturdy plastic and hard. Another thing I really like about this is the features. As you can see, you have the replay skip feature. What this lets you do, say you liked song 1 and 2 on the album, but you didn't like 3. Well, you can set this to skip 3 and go right to, say, song 4 or 5, just like you would on a modern CD player. Then you got your normal high-speed dubbing. And this one's interesting too. This is a blank or a search button. Say you're doing a recording and you stop, the recording stops, say, halfway through. What this will let you do is push this button. It'll get to that point where your recording stopped on the tape, and it'll let you go ahead and start recording something else so you don't waste a lot of tape. And lastly, this is a Onkyo model DX C340. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Nothing special, just a typical 5-disc changer. This is the later model that you can change the disc while you're playing. One feature I really like. Well, let's go ahead and demonstrate this. Turn on the receiver. And let's see, we will start with a CD. Let me just grab something here real quick. Out of my CD collection. Little James Taylor there. And I do not own any rights to this music. It is definitely too low quality to re-record. And hooked up to this, I have 4 Optimus AV speakers.
That seems to leave this troubled world behind. And if I'm feeling down and blue, or troubled by some foolish game,
And it actually scans pretty quick. Back and forth.
Do me wrong, do me right.
Alright, that's enough. I don't want to get in trouble with the copyright police. And now let's go ahead and listen to the tape deck. And we can listen to a little Carole King here. Hit play. And I do have to clean the heads on this still. You can hear that it's a little muffled. But other than that, everything is working 100%. And I'll demonstrate the radio. And surprisingly, for a Sony receiver, this does pick up very well. I've had many Sony receivers in the past, and they usually don't have the strongest tuners. But I just have a little piece of speaker wire as an antenna, and I can pick up all our local stations pretty well. Alright everybody, well that's it for now. Enjoy this video and look for more coming soon.